Hey what's guys, it's Saraprox and welcome to finally a video. Sorry guys, I haven't uploaded in a while, but today I thought I would talk about something a little bit different than what I normally talk about. I'm going to be talking about like the what's going to be the game of the year for this year, because it's 2013 and we've had such a good year for games. You know, we've had so many different games, different types of games come into the kind of media, and it's just been a great year for games. You know, we've had all kinds of games, and I just want to talk about today and what I personally think is going to be the game of the year. But I'll get to that in the end, and I'm just going to talk about every single game that is a definite contender for the game of the year. And I've been kind of researching a little bit on what other like medias say. So I just thought I'd give my own opinion on it. Sorry for the COD gameplay in the background. It's not really a COD video, and I'm just gonna say it right here now. Call of Duty will never kind of be a game of the year. You know, it's never like innovative like the other games that come out. Like every once every like few years. They don't come out like yearly, like kind of like COD does. They are normally the games that kind of excel, the ones that come out every like few years in a kind of a genre. So today I'm going to be talking about those kind of things. So the first game that kind of took like everyone's I don't know, like attention to it, which is kind of a game that came straight out. Like once it came out, everyone just kind of based their heads on it. Like they just really wanted the game, they really wanted to play the game, and like it wasn't really, to me, I didn't really hear about it until it just came out and my brother started to play it. And that game is called Ni no Kuni. I can't remember the rest of it. But Ni no Kuni was kind of a, not MMO, but it's an RPG. It was just a normal role-playing game that I didn't really play myself, but I kind of watched people play it. And it just seemed like a very, very good game. But a lot of media say that's definitely one of the game contenders of the year. And I've seen in a lot of places where people just generally just really, really love this game and really kind of dwelled themselves on it. And it's just one of those RPGs that everyone just really loves. It's kind of like what's it called? Something like Dragon Quest or something like that. It came out on like PS2 and it ended up coming out on DS as well. That was a really, really highly anticipated game, and everyone kind of loved that. And it was the same kind of graphical style. I don't know whether it was the same like same animator or anything, but it's kind of the same animations basically. So that's a very good contender, and a personal favorite game of mine that is definitely a game of the year contender, if not runner-up for me personally, is the game called The Last of Us. I'm sure most of you heard about The Last of Us. It is just one of the highly anticipated games that everyone just loved. The second you start playing it, you can't stop playing it. The story isn't that long, but it just holds your breath the whole story. It's not really a scary zombie game, but it's just an amazing game. I really, really love this game, and it's definitely one of my most favorite games I've ever played in my life. I kind of, as soon as I got to play it, I just completed it in like 2 days. It took me like 12 hours to complete or something like that, and I completed it twice. It was just such a good, compelling game, and the multiplayer part of it is actually really, really good as well, which is what I really like, because I'm a multiplayer kind of guy. But like story modes are always like kind of the best part of the game, unless you're talking about like an FPS. The story isn't really what grabs you, it's the multiplayer. But in a story game, like the story is always amazing, and if it has a half decent multiplayer on it, it just makes the game so much better, which is what The Last of Us did. It was a very, very good multiplayer, and the story was so compelling, and it actually had me like in tears at points of it because of how good it was, and how like compelling it was. And I really, really, really do love that game, and it's kind of like a different twist on the zombie apocalypse. Like what would happen if we kind of survived around the zombie apocalypse, which is what I really, really liked about it. It's just like, what if we survived the zombie apocalypse and we were just kind of holding out and just transforming our lives and around the zombies, rather than just like everyone's dead and we're by ourselves and like wonder if there's actual extra life on the earth or not. Which I really do like that kind of style in it. The third game that I kind of researched is a game called BioShock Infinite. This game was a really, really good game. I personally didn't play it, but I really, really followed the story. I watched people live stream it all the time, and I really, really loved this game. And I'd never played it, like I said, and I never played the first two. I just really, my friends started playing this this game, and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is. And I already knew about the first ones, but I didn't really like pay much attention to them. So I decided to just watch live streams, and one of my best friends live streamed it, the whole playthrough of it, and I watched it, and I was just stunned of how much of a great game it is. And a lot of people say it's definitely a Game of the Year contender. I personally believe that as well, even though I haven't even like followed the story from the first and second one. But when if you know the story and you know like how BioShock Infinite ends and things like that, it kind of ties links of it. And once I knew the ending of the BioShock Infinite, I went back and I kind of researched the whole story, just to find out what was actually going on, and it was just very, very compelling, and I really, really loved it. Another game for Game of the Year that people have been saying is Tomb Raider. I personally don't think this is actually that much of like a Game of the Year contender. I know it's a very, very good game, and it's really, really beautiful in how it plays. But I personally don't think it's a Game of the Year contender. It's a very, very great. It's a really good game. It definitely competes with the games that we have at the moment. But I just don't see it as a Game of the Year kind of contender. But a lot of like third-party media has been saying like it's definitely a contender. But I personally don't think it's that much of a contender. I personally think it's a great game, but I don't think it's a contender. And another game that has been really, really that was really, really good when it came out, and it was very, very hyped up, was Crysis 3. It was very, very clean, very, very neat. I personally didn't play this game again, but I really watched people play it, and I really enjoyed it, watching people play it, because it was just so clean and sleek and beautiful for an older generation of gaming, because we've got the PS4s coming out, and PS4 and Xbox coming out, obviously. It was very, very beautiful to be on a 2007 generated system. It was very, very nice and clean. And I didn't, like I said, never replayed it, and I didn't really watch it that much. But a lot of people say it's definitely a contender for the Game of the Year, but I'm not sure personally. But I do like the look of it, but I just never played it. I played the second one a little bit, but not enough to be like a fanboy of the series or anything. Another one, it hasn't actually came out yet, but it's called Beyond Two Souls, from the makers of Heavy Rain, I believe it is. It's kind of like the same style of it, and I really, really cannot wait to play this game. Apparently it's coming out in October, and I cannot wait to play it, because Heavy Rain's one of my favorite games ever. Yeah, there's another game that had me in tears, and I really enjoyed it when I was playing it. And I really enjoyed playing that kind of game where you have to kind of put yourself in the mind of the protagonists in the game, and I really enjoyed it. And can't wait for this other game to come out, which is going to be kind of that style, and it's just very, very, very good, and I hope it is going to be like a contender for Game of the Year. Obviously, we don't know yet, considering we haven't played it, but apparently it is a contender. And I just love it. I just love those kind of games where, like I said, you have to put your mind in the minds of the protagonists and kind of think, what would you do in that position? And I just love those games. So I hope this game is a good game, because it's such a highly anticipated game for me, and I really want to play it and kind of immerse myself in it like I did with Heavy Rain, where I completed it in like one day because of how amazed I was of the game. Now finally, another contender. I personally don't know whether it's a contender or not, because I never played it, but a lot of people loved Splinter Cell Blacklist. I don't know personally. Like I said, I never played it, but apparently that is a contender. I'm not really going to talk about it much because I don't know much about it. I played the original Splinter Cells on PS2. Definitely one of my favorite series. I love the Tom Clancy kind of games, and I really did like Splinter Cell, but I never really hyped myself up about this next Splinter Cell that's coming out on PS3. Kind of a weird time for a new game to come out, especially when it's kind of like a anniversary kind of game where it hasn't been out for years, and all of a sudden they bring out one. And I was surprised they didn't bring it out on PS4 and Xbox One. But that's how they decided to put their market values together. But I don't really see it as a contender, because it just wasn't hyped up or anything. It was just, and Splinter Cell is a great game. So I'm going to move on to the next one, which is also another game that hasn't came out but looks like it is a brilliant game, which is Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is an amazing game. It looks like it's an amazing game, but like I said, I haven't played it before, but apparently it's a very high contender. I'm not going to talk about it much because we don't know much about it, but it looks beautiful and it looks like an amazing Game of the Year contender. Now, another game is a Battlefield 4, which is also another game that hasn't been released yet, but apparently it's going to be coming out in October, and Battlefield 4 looks absolutely fucking brilliant. It looks so much better than Call of Duty, like how the dynamic maps are, how you can kind of like, the map is so realistic that anything can happen. Any game, like any wall can fall in, any floor can fall in. Buildings can come down and completely change the way you play the map, and completely changes the map style and vision. It's just amazing to think that a game like this can come out, and I can't believe it's like it's coming out just before like PS4 and stuff like that. I wish it came out as like a title for like PS4 and things like that, rather than Call of Duty goes. I'm going to be definitely been playing Call of Duty because I'm a Call of Duty person, but I love Battlefield as well, but I just don't like record myself playing Battlefield because I'm not very good at Battlefield, but I personally like think it's a better game considering they put so much time into Battlefield, obviously because they don't bring it out like every year like Call of Duty does. They have all of this extra like years to put into a game and make it so much better and more beautiful and more dynamic than Call of Duty, which is why I prefer Battlefield. But like I said, I'm not very good at Battlefield, so I don't make videos of it, but I will be making Call of Duty Ghost videos. But I personally don't think Call of Duty is a Game of the Year contender, because it just never will be, personally, in my opinion. Now the final game that I want to talk about, which is the game I think is going to be Game of the Year, which is GTA 5. Obviously, so I gotta get my breath back because I've been talking for so long, like very quickly. But GTA 5 is one of the most highly anticipated games, and everyone loves GTA. No matter what age you are going to love GTA. GTA has a lot of like graphic and bad like themes in it, and all the media says, oh, it pushes towards fucking like psychopathic and like makes people kill people and things like that. But that is like complete bullshit, because you think millions and millions of people play this game, and maybe a couple people will be like, oh, I just wanted to try it out in real life, and it like kind of says, oh, this game makes everyone a fucking like psychopath, which is really annoying because it's such a great game, but it's such like bad media. It's one of my favorite games ever of all time. I haven't got GTA 5, but I probably will be getting it. I've just been watching people constantly play it because currently I don't really have like much money to spend on like games every single week. As you can see, I haven't been doing YouTube much either because I've been so busy with things. I haven't got like much money to spend on like games and things. So I've just been watching people play it, and it like, it's so good. It's so ridiculously good. I've been watching tons of reviews. Like today I watched an hour review of it, like Angry Joe. It's actually like 41 minutes or something like that. But he reviewed it, and he just spoke about every single aspect of the game, and I really love it. Like how it sounds, how beautiful it is, just for like a system that's like what, like 6 years old or something like that, and to have such a beautiful game come out is ridiculous. Like how beautiful it is, like I said, how innovative it is, how huge it is, and the online hasn't even came out yet, and how like huge the world is, how they can do that, like especially when you can go like in the ocean and stuff like that as well. It's just amazing. I personally think it's just an awesome game. GTA is always excelled our like like expectation of it. That's the word I'm looking for. Always excel our expectation of what the game's going to be, and they always make a brilliant game. No matter what they do, they always seem to like make the game better. Even if they've already put everything they can into it, they always seem to like build upon their success, and I really love that about Rockstar, especially with all of their games like LA Noire, Red Dead Redemption. Those kind of games are just like amazing games there, and they continue to like change, to not change our lives, but just kind of continue to capture our hearts and want us to play more and more. And I just like love GTA as a series, and I have been playing it my entire life. Maybe that's not so healthy, but when I was a little kid, I was playing GTA and just not like realizing what I was doing. I was like, hey, let's just go run around and drive around and run over people. But it doesn't make me a psychopath just because I played it when I was younger. Like, it didn't change me at all. I was just having fun playing games. I didn't give a fuck what game I was playing. I just played a game. So guys, this has been kind of the end of my Game of the Year video. I don't know what I should call it. I've actually labeled exactly 10 games this episode, so I might just do like 10 possible games of the year or something like that. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know it's a bit long, it's like 16 minutes, which is pretty crazy. I was trying to make it like 4 minutes, but I wanted to kind of go in depth about every single game. So if you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more videos from me, you know where to click. Soon I'll be uploading a video about the anticipated games of next year on our next gen consoles, which is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to make that video. I'm going to be starting doing videos every single day from now on. When I get the time, I'm just going to record like at least a few videos. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be carrying on the Amnesia series, because like my laptop is, I play on a laptop, but I do PC game, but my laptop is like quite old now, and its CPU's like run down, and when I record I get like 25 frames per second in Amnesia, 25 to 30, and it's just horrible to play on, and it's horrible to watch. Like when I watch my videos, I want it to be really, really good, and the Amnesia one's like quality isn't like what I'm looking for, so I'm going to be kind of stopping that series, I guess, unless you guys really, really want to watch it. But even though quality is horrible, but guys, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to tell me like what you think the game of the year is going to be, just comment it. And I have been Sarah Products. Peace out. Hope you did enjoy this video. It's been 17 minutes. Holy shit. Peace out, guys. And as always, you gotta love the boobs, man. You gotta love those boobs.